The movie starts showing us a passenger plane. The flight was moving towards its destination across the ocean. All the passengers of the plane were calm and were enjoying their journey. But they did not have a clue that they were moving towards a big danger. Welcome to Movieland. Appreciate our efforts by subscribing and turning on the notifications, please. It means us a lot. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy. Then this little girl asks her dad how much time will it take us to reach. On this, her dad says that we have just passed over the sea. It will take some time. Then the girl starts looking out of the window. Outside she sees something that she is stunned to see. She sees a flying shark in the sky. She tells her dad that she saw flying sharks in the sky, which her dad does not believe. He says that sharks are in the water, so how can they fly? A man sitting on the plane was making a video outside with his camera. He also sees the flying sharks outside, which he records on his camera. Now we see the shocking scene outside the plane. A lot of sharks were flying around the plane. Strange people were also riding on the sharks, who were wearing military uniforms. After which the people sitting on the sharks jump on the plane and attack. The pilots also see a big shark in front of them, which makes them faint. Then the next moment the shark attacks them from the front and eats them. Now the people sitting on the shark come inside the plane. Then we come to know that they are not ordinary people, but zombies. As soon as they come into people, they start shooting blindly. Due to this, a lot of people lose their lives. Those zombies then separate a lot of people from their heads, stabbing some people's faces with weapons in their bodies, give them a very bad death. Due to this, blood spreads everywhere in the plane. Not only the zombies were doing all this bloodshed, but their sharks were also doing it. Because they are also cruel and cruel like them. They are all cruel. A shark attacks a man and eats him mercilessly. Zombies still don't stop. By cutting someone's head, by cutting someone's face, they give everyone a very bad death. In a few minutes, they make this horrific scene of the plane. Now it is obvious that by doing this, the plane also gets destroyed. And because they had come to kill the zombies and their sharks, they leave from here after completing the mission. Now the question arises, where did these zombies and sharks come from? Who are they? And why are they attacking people so mercilessly? We will know about this later. Now in the next scene of this movie, we are shown New York City, where we see a private company that works for the American Army. This army is given full security, commanders and soldiers. Now we see the owner of this company, whose name is Rector. He is also a professor who looks very old. Because he was about 105 years old. He also applies a strange injection to himself. So the company's system tells him that he is only 75 years old instead of 105 years old. Which means much less than the real age. The age was reduced. So now he was able to walk a little. Which he was not able to do at the age of 105. Now Professor Rector was fine. He was watching the video of the attack on the plane with his younger daughter. And this was the video that the passenger of the plane had made on his camera. In which she understands that there is some strange power, which wants to make the world feel like its own. And she wants to tell that we have come back to rule the world. After this, the scene cuts and comes to a woman, who is no one else but the elder daughter of Professor Rector, whose name is Deborah. Professor Rector's company had received signals of a very large ship in the snowy area. To check it, Deborah had come here. Because according to the company, this ship is more than 100 years old, which must have been used by the Nazi army. That means this ship must be from Hitler's era. Then as soon as Deborah reaches that ship, she is quite surprised to see it. Because she had never seen such a big ship before. She then goes inside the ship to check. Here she sees a lot of corpses that were covered in blood. And then as soon as she sees the next moment, all the zombies come there and attack Deborah. She was wearing an army uniform. But because Deborah was very brave, she knew how to fight very well. So she also competes with them a lot. She kills 2 zombies with her legs and drops them. As soon as a zombie is about to attack her. So she puts 23,000 things in her head and kills her. After which all the zombies who had attacked her were killed. Till now she had known that this is not an ordinary ship, but it is something. That's why as soon as she was hiding, she was moving forward. Now there was a camera on Deborah's suit. Because of this, her dad, the director, was also able to see everything here. Now when she moves forward, she sees a lot of ships in one place, which was of a very old model. Which means it was clear that it was also hundreds of years old. But when she reaches a room, she sees a very strange sight. She sees thousands of zombies in the uniform of the Nazi army. All of them were hanging. They were connected to a machine through a pipe. It was such a machine that either will heal their wounds again, or if a zombie has died, it will revive again. The professor actor tells her daughter Deborah that I think it is related to her past. I feel something is wrong, something is not right. That's why to get out of there as soon as possible. Now after hearing this, as soon as Deborah runs to get out of there, she learns something even more surprising. At the same time, compared to the normal size, she sees huge sharks. which was flying in the air and looking very scary. Because it was also a zombie shark. Now Deborah was seeing all this when suddenly a zombie attacks Deborah. This zombie is the commander of this entire zombie army. And because she was very brave, compared to Deborah, she knew how to fight very well. That's why she kills her a lot and gets a lot of weight on her. She then puts an injection on Deborah, which makes her immediately conscious. But that zombie does not kill Deborah, but leaves her alive and goes away from here. Now as soon as she comes to her senses, she runs towards the air to get out of there, where she sees a lot of sharks flying in the sky. But after a while, all those sharks become invisible. That is, they live in the air, but they just stop appearing. And now as soon as she sees the ship, she starts going inside the snow, after which she also becomes invisible. In the next scene, we see the lab of the reactor company, where Deborah was brought because her life was saved there. But since she came to her senses, she was not feeling well. She was having zombie symptoms inside her. That means she was feeling like she was a zombie now. The injection given by the commander of the zombies to Deborah was a zombie virus. Because by doing this, she also wanted to make Deborah a zombie. So that everywhere there are zombies made by her, which she includes with her and kills with the root of humanity. And rule the world. Now we see the reactor with her 2 daughters, where they were eating. At that time, the reactor's younger daughter said that you said that this is related to your past. So today you tell us about your past. What happened after all? Because you have never told us about your past. Professor Rector starts telling them that this is 1942. When the British army started attacking the German army and the Nazi army. They destroyed every area of Germany. Because of this the German army and the Nazi army kneeled in front of the British. After which Hitler asked the commander of the army to take revenge. Tell Professor Rector to make such a serum, such a virus so that a living person becomes cruel and cruel, whose corpses are revived again and turned into zombies. So that without feeling tired and in pain, they face the British army and defeat them easily, so that the German army is conquered. And because I was a scientist in the Nazi army lab at that time, so I finally prepared that serum. But because there was an attack on us from all sides, there was a war atmosphere, so at that time I could not make an antidote to this serum. That is a medicine with which the effect of the serum can be eliminated and people can become normal again and come back to their original state. As soon as the serum is ready for the virus, the commander orders to use it. On which the rector forbids them to do so. Because this virus has become, but its antidote has not become. Because of this all those soldiers and people for whom this serum will be given, who will become victims of this virus, will not be able to take it again. Because of this, they will become a threat to people. But despite knowing all this, the commander decides to use it. Because he did not care about anyone's life, he just wanted to win the war. And because Professor Rector had intervened in his matter, he shot him to rebel. So the professor sees himself dying and applies the serum to himself. Now the British attack the Nazi army again, which makes the Nazi army even weaker. Because they had not yet used that serum. The rector says that when Hitler died in 1945, the situation in Germany worsened. After which the Nazi army and their commander disappeared. And I came here to America. To help humanity and for the good of people, I made this company. Because I wanted to be a good person. After making the serum, I regretted that maybe I shouldn't have done this. Hearing all this, both the daughters of the professor get very angry at them. That's why she says that whatever is happening today and what happened at that time, you are responsible for all this. You did a lot of wrong things. You messed with nature. I mean, you made people like horses, you wanted to change them. And after dying, you did wrong to dead people by making them zombies. So that's why now you can find a solution to everything. Then we see the Nazi army, which has become zombies. And they have also attacked New York. This makes it clear here that the zombie army and the sharks that have come here, they are the Nazi army of Hitler. Because they disappeared in 1945 because they had used this serum, this virus. All this destruction in New York City was shown in the news. And because of this sudden attack, a lot of people are killed. Now apart from here, the zombie Nazi army attacks many other countries, including London, Japan, Canada, and China. In addition, the sharks were destroying all the planes flying in the sky, as they did in the beginning. By doing this, all the flights are stopped, which means that the air travel is stopped. Because all the planes were destroyed one by one. Looking at all these circumstances, the director meets the American general on a video call. But later in this meeting, many more people join in, including the president, the officer, the doctor and the commander of the sharks. Now one of these doctors tells that the sharks can fly in the air because they have been experimented on. By changing their bodies, they have made them capable of flying out of the water in the air. This experience is very big, in which the shark has made the entire system upside down and made them capable of living in the sky. In addition, the engine that has been installed on their body, with the help of which they can fly at an altitude of 4,000 from the ground. Because of the experiment, the shark's body has become so strong that there will be no way to get out of it. If we want to kill them, then we will also have to make monsters and demons like them, which we will control and attack them. Hearing this, the officer refuses. He says that this is not a good solution to get out of this problem, in which we have to make another demon to kill a demon. Because if that demon, which we will control, is out of our control, then what will we do? We have permission to make a demon to kill them all. At the airport, we see that after a lot of days, because the flight was opened, there was a lot of rush, and there was also a delay in the flight, due to which the passengers sitting there was very angry. And then a woman sees that the flight to New York is absolutely ready, seeing which all of them were very happy. And all the passengers who go to New York sit in the plane, after which his 2 daughters and many other commanders start following the plane going to New York to kill the zombies. Because they knew that the Nazi zombies would attack the plane, which meant that it was clear that the American government had blown this plane into the air. And then the Nazi zombies really go towards the plane to attack it. All the passengers on the plane were unaware of any danger, and then people start seeing zombies and people start screaming. As soon as they see the plane, people were very scared. With this, the zombies and sharks also attack the plane. And like every time, this time they also shoot blind bullets and kill the same people first, and then break someone's eye, cut someone's stomach and kill them with great mercy. They separate a lot of passengers from their heads, after which the plane caught fire, and as soon as some people were saved, they fell out of the plane. Some poor people were being hunted by zombies. And now the plane is destroyed and starts falling to the ground. In the second plane, the commander gives a box to the rector's daughter and says that there is an antidote to the virus in it. The rector has also made it because he felt that it may be possible that Dabla also becomes a zombie and gets out of his control. Then his daughter talks to her dad rector and says that if you had made this antidote earlier, then perhaps everything would have been fine today. The world would not have been in such big danger. And what did you do today? You made innocent people zombies and did a lot of wrongs. To which the rector says that yes, I agree that we have made a very bad decision. But doing this was our helplessness. Without it, we could never reach the zombies. And now what I am going to do, I had never thought of doing it. Because without it, it is difficult to compete with them. Now their talks were going on that at some point the Nazi zombies reach their plane. They were just ready to attack them, that at some point Dabla becomes a zombie and goes and opens the plane's door, after which all the zombies start coming inside the plane. As soon as they come in, they attack everyone. Although the commanders used to compete with the zombies, since they were very dangerous, it was not so easy to fight them. That's why the zombies make all the commanders their prey. While outside, the sharks were also destroying the plane. This means that the Nazi zombies had completely overpowered them. Now Dabla, who had become a zombie, shoots the commander's leader. After which she starts fighting the other commanders. Seeing this, the rector's daughter quickly takes out the antidote and puts it around her sister Dabla's neck. Now let's see the outside scene where suddenly a very big shark comes, which is much bigger and more powerful than the rector's daughter. Now all these zombies are killing the shark one by one. Then we come to know that this shark is made by the rector and he is controlling it because he said that I will also make a demon. That is, to kill the demons, he made a demon. The rector controls the shark and kills those sharks with bullets and bombs. Moreover, that shark was so big that the remaining sharks have to eat it. But because of the antidote, it was completely cured. All the dead zombies and sharks start falling into the water. Seeing this scene, the army general becomes very happy because he was eager to see this. Seeing this, the rector was also happy because the mission he started against the zombies was successful in this. After this, we see the Nazi ship again. That is, the same ship that we saw at the beginning in which Dabla went. Because this was the entire army of the Nazi whose commander is ordering to destroy the world. This makes it clear that the rector and his team have not won this war by killing those zombies and sharks, but the real war will begin now. And this war will be a very big, because there will be demons on both sides and the rector will make demons one after the other to kill them. Because he is a scientist, he has such power that he cannot grow old nor will he ever die. If you remember, he also put his serum virus, after which he got well with the antidote, but he had a different power and now he keeps injecting and reducing his life. And as he had decided, he will help the world, save humanity, so now he will do anything to do this. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.